Kindergarten, week 12, seasons. Teachers, I'm in a dark classroom in high school because your lab is still set up with stream tables and I need to get this video made. What I have is a big lamp set up in a dark room with a globe. And on that globe I have put a yellow dot for where Texas is so the kids can keep up with it. The seasons of the earth are caused by the 23-degree tilt of the earth. There's a lot of misconception that seasons are caused by how far the sun is or how far the earth is traveling in its orbit from the sun. That's not true. So we want to get our kids off to a good start here in kindergarten. I also have, and I'm going to put a regular ball up there, a beach ball globe, that sits up straight. So if I set this one over here on this side, and I have Texas pointing towards the sun, and it's sitting straight without being tilted, I'm going to explain to you the difference in why that tilt is so important in making these seasons. If this, and I'm going to take each ball and walk around and move that globe so that you could get a little better understanding of how this works. So here we go. Here's Texas with our yellow spot. So as I move this globe around, and now Texas is rotating down to the other, I'm halfway through the year now, and I bring it back up. As it rotates around and it goes down here on the lower part of the angle of the axis, it's going to be winter time. When it keeps moving around and it's on the upper angle of the axis, it's going to be summertime. Now it doesn't go summer, winter, but don't forget the earth is spinning all the time at a very fast pace. And it's how it moves around that orbit that gives us that season. So I'm going to also demonstrate with this ball. Suppose we didn't have any angle. Suppose the ball was straight. And as we move around the earth, and you see that without that 23-degree angle, this ball is turning. But there would never be any seasons if we just kept rotating this way. We would all have the same temperature all the time. Some places would be freezing all the time, and some places would be very hot all the time. So we're going to have the students walk around and hold this beach ball at an angle. It doesn't have to be 23 degrees because they're just kindergarten. And explain to them that that's that tilt going towards the sun, picking up that heat that makes summer. When it's away, then it's winter. And the seasons in between is when it's getting from that point back to this point. That would be one season. From here to this point would be another season. This point to this point would be another season. So you pick a season. We could say we're going to start with winter right here. And then as we move from winter, it eventually warms up and it's going to be spring. And then we're tilted towards the sun. So it's going into summer. And as we start to turn away from that sun, we're going into fall. So here we're in fall. Now we're pointed totally away from the sun, and we're going to be winter. And it's the continual pattern of that orbit. Let's use the word orbit. I don't think in kindergarten we have to know it's an elliptical orbit, not a round orbit. They just need to know that the earth revolves around the sun. And I use those words revolve. and orbit.